morning, Coach.
Is this a new season, or is this still part of the last one?
It's all kind of
They all sort of merge together.
Oh, gosh. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
How was the off season?
Busy, hectic.
Yeah.
I think, what was it? I left LA on the 3rd of January and returned to Seattle last night, and I think I've been in 6 different cities, and so it's been a little bit hectic, a little bit of travel, but it's been good. It's been good.
So no Freddie Montero here. Sorry. How does that affect this team, and what are you looking to kind of bring into Bristol?
Obviously, Freddie's been a very important player to this team, so we've got to see what we can do in terms of replacing him. We're still looking at player options. I think we have some options within our squad. Mauro Rosales has played in that position a couple of times. Steve Zakawani being healthy can push in there. David Estrada, obviously had a great start to the last season. Sammy Ochoa has played up front. So there's some options that are here within our team.
Would you say you feel pretty confident at this point with the talent you have here? If you had to open the season with the guys you have right now?
Yeah, I feel confident we can open the season with the people we have here. We want to make sure that the guy we bring in is the right guy. We don't want to feel ourselves with our backs against the wall, make a decision just to make a decision and bring in the wrong guy necessarily. So from that standpoint, we have enough confidence in what we have, but we also, we're also looking as well.
Adrian kind of painted this as a move to help Freddie, obviously let him be down Columbia, but you guys wouldn't do this also if you didn't think it was good for the team in a way. Just do you feel like, not getting rid of him being good, but
no, it's a mutual thing. I think players have to be happy, and the opportunity, for him to be able to jump on the World Cup train for 2014, he needs to get an opportunity again with the Colombia national team, and the time for him playing with us, that wasn't happening. So looking at options for him on loan, which he was interested in Europe and so forth, were options that were certainly looked at, and then this Millonarios opportunity came along with them playing in the Copa. It was considered a good opportunity in his mind as well for him to showcase himself again for the national team. And 14's an important World Cup for him age-wise, because 18 already, he's close to 30 then. So he's been a good servant for our club, and as a result, I think you don't want to hold players hostage or have them be unhappy. But and the good news is it's still possible for him to come back. So if things don't work out or things don't pan out the way he hopes them to do, then we can always renew this thing.
Replacing Keller was always going to be that extension. How big of a part of the deal was being able to sign him to an extension and have the possibility of
obviously Adrian does the majority of that, and but having him signed to the extension, knowing that the possibility of him coming back was important to us as well.
When you're replacing Keller, it's obviously going to be a one-man thing. Do you expect that a group of guys will pick up 12 to 14 goals, 8 to 10 assists, or would you like to see kind of someone take hold of a lot of that?
Well, it's opportunities. Sometimes, when you lose a player, a number of players have to step up to replace them. When I was in LA, I had to trade Robin Fraser because of cap issues, and it wasn't who was going to replace Robin Fraser. It eventually ended up being, Greg Vanny had to do a little bit more. Kevin Hartman did a little bit more. Lexi Lawless came in, did a little bit more. Danny Califf did a little bit more. So everybody together sort of made up for what was missing.
Of the trialists who came in today, are there any couple that you see a particular possibility to help from?
Yeah, a couple look good. Obviously we had our draft choices there as well, and DeAndre over there as well, Yedlin. But there were a couple of guys that looked all right. Yeah.
No names yet?
No, not yet.
Zavaleta starts in the back, and you kind of like what you see from him there?
Well, we actually said coming out here, we'll sort of see how the groups break out. And I said to Ezra, use him in the back or up front, whichever you think's appropriate. So today was in the back, but I think you could see that the one quality he definitely helps us with in the back is his passing out of the back is very good. He's very calm on the ball. He finds people and connects people, and the one-on-one defending is something that you got to see in training. But he's a versatile player. He can play up front, but at the end of the day, I said it after the draft, I think probably his long-term bigger upside is maybe as a central defender.
All of last year was kind of Zakawani getting back to certain benchmarks. It's nice to come into a season just kind of having gone through all that and ready for the full year.
Yeah, no, it's good to see Steve, back out. He looks happy. It looks sharp, looks obviously fit. Being able to work on an off season to get fit instead of trying to rehab from a surgery is something that makes things a lot better and a lot easier. So we're very pleased, and I think this for Steve is a very important season. Our fans, I know they saw him last year and he came on at the end and he played some games, but we haven't really seen him for 2 years now, and we need to see Steve Zakuani that we saw in 2010.
You talked about getting off Twitter and maybe not doing some of the other things that were potentially distracting. Does he seem more focused this year? Does this seem like a big year for him in the grander picture of his career?
Yeah, I think he wants to step up. I think he wants to take more of a leadership role, on the field and maybe even off the field as well. And I think that's a good step for him. He's at that age now. I think he correct me if I'm wrong. I think he turns 25 this year. He's at that stage where now that's the next phase of development. It's not only your soccer development, but it's also your psychological development. It's figuring out what's important, and all great athletes go through that, whether your name is Kobe Jones or Kobe Bryant or Steve Zakuani. I was thinking Kobe Jones. I just saw Kobe last week. So
What's this week like for the team? What kind of things are you going to put them through this week?
I've always been a coach that when we start practicing, I don't believe in going crazy, the first 4 or 5 days, because I think that's when a lot of injuries happen because players are anxious and eager and enthusiastic, and if you do too much too early. So, it's to play a little bit bigger. We split them into 2 groups so we could see people, had our guys do a little bit of running, building up the fitness on that stage, and there'll be more of that this week. We'll weight train as well on Wednesday. We'll get to a chance where we'll play a little bit of 11v11, mainly with the trialists and some of our guys involved as well, and we'll do our testing at the end of the week at VMAC. So that's our plan, but it's a 1 day a week type of thing, and then when we go to Casa Grande next week, that's when we'll really go into fitness, and we'll go into twice a week and really push that aspect.
Is Andrew Duran really the guy that's limited right now? Is anyone else kind of?
They haven't cleared him he's only cleared to be a neutral in possession right now. The doctors still want to wait another 2-3 weeks because of the timing. I mean, he feels good and his graft feels really good. The ACL feels good, but sometimes it still takes a certain time to grab hold. Sometimes when players are at the stage where he's at, they want to push too hard too early, and then something stupid happens, and so we want to make sure we avoid that.
Guys like Iani and Sadade that were kind of dealing with things at the end of last year, they're all good to go?
Yeah, they're all good to go. They're full in. Sadade's still trying to gain on fitness, and Iani, supposedly everything's fine with his calf, and he didn't show any side effects today, so that was good.
Anything else?
Good.
Ready for 10.5 more months of this?
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm Kyle Beckerman.
I'm Landon Donovan.
I'm Dwayne De Rosario.
We love soccer. We train hard, we play hard, and we support with passion.
When it comes to discrimination, we don't cross the line.
No bullying, no racism, no sexism, no homophobia. No excuses, no exceptions.
Don't cross the line. If you're playing, training, supporting, or coaching, don't cross the line.